The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Able to slither by. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Now, this defense for the Commanders, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. Hurts sets up to throw it. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here with Sanders.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard after the 49.
And this is why, of course, the defensive players love to blitz. It needs to have that because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, free up the D-lineman to make the play.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And unable to break away. They stop with a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Fields. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Fields now to throw.
Seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he can make anything happen.
And his top speed, as computed by next-gen stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you capture. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now a first down throw, Fields.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now it's Fields.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. One play action. Fields. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Hurts. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play.
On first down. Hurts. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. These two teams all tied after one.
Let's go now.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Another run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Running right, here's Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Randy, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Open, and he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. They tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. As Sanders has it poked free. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have the football. Shot at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. Here's Fields. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Colonel Samuel, a 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball to the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Complete. Smith has it. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. Yards there. Coming to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. A little juke, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 118 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there was no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup. Leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first.
Someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
On second and goal. Fields. Touchdown. Romeo Dobbs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This taken in at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 21. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Glenn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. This will be caught at Samuel. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, but I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. One of the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Second down, back to Sanders. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 43.
But that's not what is going to make it a highlight tapes. They've been moving it right the game on the ground. It's another one that keeps them moving forward. On
third down, they turn to Sanders. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Hurts right there, taken in by Smith. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they run after two receivers, and they were running up as that play went on.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Going for it with Sanders. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A game there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. As the season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Running the sweep with McLaurin. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now, potentially, a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you bring the ball down the field, things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
161 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. We're looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
And that was a a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Eagles.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts. That's complete to Lazard. Short completion, just 4 yards. In search of 8 yards, he was able to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is Smith with the ground. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Like the design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. Touchdown, Eagles. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. 30 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance. And this is going to be intercepted. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick-6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a... He's got a man complete. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Washington. Romeo Doubs with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. And now look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 40, the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, very often you can point to one play being the difference in a game, Charles, and this might very well be the one right there.
And an extra point is supposed to be simple, but when you don't protect well and that breaks down, it becomes that much harder, and that costs them.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A give running left. It's Sanders. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight away, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
The bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
19 tight.
They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker.
Ready, set.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And some space here. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Off play action, Fields. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's got some space here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Folks, 249 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a carry for Sanders. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll move to just one remaining in this fourth quarter play. Burt sets up to throw it. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. That one looks like he'll throw here. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road. That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Miles Sanders taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost it forever. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fields. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And one last throw here for Fields. They knew how to quiet this rival stadium, Charles. I mean, not only did they get the win, but they get the win by taking the lead in the 4th quarter to hand their division opponent a big loss.
And they're elated, and they should be, because they did exactly that. Went to a rival's house and stunned them, and did it with a 4th quarter comeback. And every team in the league prides itself on controlling the 4th quarter. It's even more difficult when you don't do it at home against a division rival.
So for Philadelphia, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.